welcome back to another episode on the Unshakable You transmission series. Today is going to be a really powerful, blunt topic around conviction and courage. If you are someone that doesn't like bluntness, if you are someone that does not like boldness, this is not going to be for you. Today we're going to be speaking about courage and conviction, and not the cute little mindset hack or the cute little, motivational speech. This is going to be an energy transmission from me to you. So strap on and let's go on the roller coaster. This episode has the ability to activate something inside of you, to shift something inside of you. If my voice shifts something inside of you, if you land on my page and something pulls you in, that means my work is for you. That means that my work can help you elevate and ignite your full potential and power. Many people are searching for conviction and courage outside of them. Conviction and courage is not an external thing. It's not in the money. It's not in the partner. It's not in XYZ. Many people say they want more abundance. They want alignment. They want to feel good. They want to be more confident. But you are unwilling to feel discomfort, to feel uncertainty. You are unwilling to invest in yourself. You are unwilling to move towards the version of yourself you know you're meant to be, out of fear, out of lack of courage, out of lack of conviction, because your whole conviction and confidence is tied to something outside of you. That is conditional self-worth. That is conditional love. The conviction that you desire is not going to come from anything outside of you. If you are not able to hold the uncomfortable sensations, the discomfort, uncertainty, you will settle. You will settle. You will always chase, because you will not feel that conviction inside yourself. If you watch my Instagram lives or my podcast, I speak in a tone of conviction, in a tone of confidence, in a tone of courage. That's why many clients are drawn to me. That's why many clients are drawn to me. It's not an affirmation thing. It's an energy living inside of my body. And where many people get this wrong is they think, okay, once I have X, then I will take action. Then I will be confident. Then I will be the version of myself I've always known mine to be. That is completely wrong. Like I mentioned again, most people live from a place of, okay, let me get the perfect life. And then I'll take action. And then I will be confident or convicted. When I have the confidence, when I have the money, when I have the clarity, when I have the relationship, then I'll do XYZ. Then I'll be courageous. But that never ever comes, because your inner world creates your outer world. And for 99% of people, they do not have conviction. Not because it's not inside of them, but they have never taken the time to go deep inside of themselves. Their whole life has been built on an identity, a persona, a curated version of outward confidence, outward conviction. Conviction is an energy inside of your body. And so the real model to be convicted is, number one, you first need to be. You need to be someone who is courageous. You need to be someone who is convicted. It's the identity first, then action, then results. But 99% of people never access B because they require external evidence. And that is conditional self-worth. That is not unshakable. That is not you. You are powerful as fuck. And so you need to ask yourself, where are you wobbling on your conviction, wobbling on your courage, tying it to something outside of you? Hello, Karina. We're talking about courage and conviction. You can share any questions, anything that comes through in the chat. And so most people don't lack dreams. Majority of people are like, yeah, I don't really know. I'm kind of stuck. I don't really know. You don't lack dreams. You lack nervous system capacity because you are scared of disappointing people. You are scared of living with uncertainty. You are scared of feeling certain emotions that you've been avoiding. So that is why you stay in a job you don't like, or a business or a career. You stay in a relationship that's okay, good enough, not great. You stay in identities that have expired years ago. All because you don't have conviction. All because you have not activated inside yourself. All because you have not built the nervous system capacity to be able to connect with it. Conviction says, I choose what's aligned no matter what. No matter evidence, no matter what. like I've been sharing, conviction is an energy inside of yourself. I'm going to pause for a moment. You know, my whole life, I have had conviction. My whole life, I have made decisions without results, without evidence. For majority of people, that would push them off the edge. That would put them in cardiac arrest. If you've seen my Instagram page, I've shared the different posts on when I leaped into the unknown. There's been so many times that I'm going to share some stories. The first time is when I was in college. I woke up one day and was like, this is not in alignment. I don't want to be at this school. It had been brewing for a few months. And so I left this private university. I packed my bags, had no plan. I didn't know what would happen. And then I transferred to another university and I had to wait 6 months, not knowing where I was going, not knowing if I would get into another school. So I basically was in this limbo state of, am I still going to get a college degree? Like, you know, and everyone told me I was crazy. Everyone was like, what if you don't get in anywhere else? You might drop out, you know, just stay here. But notice this pattern that 99% of people live by. They allow others to project the limits onto their own life. I trusted myself. I trusted the nudge. I trusted my intuition. I don't allow other people to project onto me. And majority of you are living a life based on other people's projections. You are living a life based on someone else's blueprint that you don't even want. So don't take advice from people that you don't want their life or that doesn't have the conviction that you want. I have always made decisions based on how do I desire to feel in 3 to 5 years versus what's comfortable today, what will feel good. If you are operating from today, you will always settle because the results that you desire are not right in front of you. If you are operating from who you are becoming, you will be stretched and you will have to hold the conviction inside of yourself. There's so many stories, you guys, on all of this. Like, so many times in my life, I have walked away from 3 soulmate partners that I deeply loved. It wasn't 100% aligned. It was like 90%. I'm not here for 90%. I'm not here to settle. So when I speak about conviction, when I speak about courage, it's not a cute mindset. It's not a cute motivation. It's embodied inside of every cell of my body, and I'm transmitting that to you. Clients come in my world. They think they pay for my offers. They pay for the version of themselves that gets unlocked around my presence. And so another story I want to share with you is I was trying to decide if I was going to stay in this 6-year relationship or not. This was 5 years ago. Everyone around me was getting married. Everyone around me was settling down. And I asked myself, should I stay in this 6-year relationship? Or should I choose my heart? Should I choose myself? What is aligned for me? What would my future self do? People question me. People project their beliefs onto me. The voices got into my head. But conviction is remembering who the fuck you are when the world forgets. Because every single person around you is always projecting onto you, whether it's conscious or unconscious. And so you need to be so rooted in who you are that no matter what, you follow your truth. Your heart is the quickest way to abundance. Your authenticity is the quickest way to abundance. But for 99% of people, they are not living a life authentic to them. It is true to someone else, but not yourself. And so I walked away from this relationship when every single one of my friends, everyone around me was getting engaged, was settling down. And then after I walked away, there were voices in my head that were coming from other people. You're almost 30. Maybe don't be so picky. Maybe just settle. You might regret it. I chose my own truth. I chose my own heart over comfort. I didn't have any evidence if things would work out. I didn't have any evidence if I would meet someone else. I didn't have any evidence what would happen. But I would rather choose myself than abandon myself to fit into society. And too many of you guys are abandoning yourselves out of fear of judgment, out of fear of things not working out, not having conviction in who you are. I think you fucking forgot who you are. You are fucking limitless. You are powerful. You don't need something outside of you to tell you that. And so this Unshakable transmission series right now, it's not a cute motivational hype up. This is energy transmitted to you. You are fucking unshakable. You are convicted. That's who you've always been. You just forgot. You just simply forgot. Another story I want to share is my entire identity was wrapped around performance, achievement, title, external validation, my entire life. And one day, this was a year and a half ago, I woke up and was like, this no longer is my truth. I'm unavailable to not live a life aligned. I'm unavailable to not follow my heart. So I quit my corporate job that I made 7 figures in. Nothing was wrong at all. Nothing was wrong. Leaving wasn't hard because it was bad. Leaving was hard because it was great. I loved my 9 to 5. I loved my colleagues. I loved my clients. The money was great. The benefits were great. Most people only move when life falls apart. True conviction means you move no matter what, even when things are great. Most of the time, things are great. That's how you quantum leap. After that decision, my business exploded, my life exploded, my peace exploded. Because I stopped performing for the outside world, for the masses, and I started listening to my inner compass. And so what you need to understand is conviction is not a mindset. It's nervous system regulation. If your body does not feel safe, conviction will always feel impossible because you will always be looking, searching for something outside of you to give you a feeling of safety, to give you a feeling of, oh, everything's going to work out. Confidence is not built through journaling. It's not built through, chanting affirmations. It's built through embodied self-trust. It's built through feeling the fear anyways, moving anyways, holding yourself in the unknown. And so you really need to ask yourself, what are you tying your conviction to? Conviction is sourced within. So if you are someone that feels wobbly in your conviction, you have not yet mastered your own energy. You have not yet mastered your unshakableness. This is everything that we do inside my membership. In order for you to be convicted, in order for you to live a life that is so magical beyond your wildest dreams, it's going to come from mastering your inner world. It's going to come from mastering your own energy. So you know when you're living in alignment. So you know when you're connected to abundance, when you're connected to scarcity. This is everything I teach you inside my membership. You can DM me membership if you want details. It's going to change your life. And so what you really need to understand is nothing changes unless nothing changes. Conviction is built in the dark. Conviction is built inside of you. Conviction is built behind closed doors, before the evidence, before the results, before the applause. You don't need a plan B. You need to finally choose yourself and understand and realize you are the plan A. You just simply forgot who you are. And so what I'm going to share again is confidence, conviction is not something that you need to search for, you need to try to get. It's who you've always been. You just forgot. Amidst all of the craziness, allowing other people to project onto you, not feeling grounded within yourself, within who you are. This is all why my signature program is called Unshakable You. It's a step-by-step 6-week journey that guides you on becoming unshakable, helping you master your mind, your body, your nervous system, your energy, because nothing shifts until it shifts internally inside of yourself. And so when you hear me speak, you can check out all my episodes. I'm speaking like this. There's no wobbliness. I don't chant affirmations. I know who the fuck I am and I know what I deserve. So it doesn't really matter what's happening externally. My life comes from inside of me. Everything you experience in life starts within yourself. You see the world, you wear goggles based on how you perceive yourself, the relationship you have with yourself. And many, many people underestimate the relationship with themselves and overestimate external things. I'm going to say that again. 99% of people underestimate the relationship they have with themselves and how powerful that can be versus overestimating the external world and things that they receive. You don't receive anything unless you have an unshakable connection with yourself. If you do receive stuff, it's going to be fleeting. You're going to be wobbly. You're not going to be confident. You're not going to be convicted. And so what I'll share is that if you want conviction, if you want confidence, if you want to be so fucking rooted in who you are, it's not going to come from anything outside of you. It's going to come from your capacity inside your nervous system. And what capacity really means, because people love just throwing this word out there, is being able to sit with the shame, being able to sit with all of it. This is why my entire membership is about mastering your own energy. When you master your own energy, you know when you're receiving wealth, you know when you're receiving everything. The game of life becomes so easy and it becomes so much fun. You're just living in a world within yourself. I'm seeing what else wants to be shared. I don't know who's on right now, but I will give an energy read right in this moment because I'm feeling something that needs to be shared. I feel a knife behind someone's heart. And that is creating wobbleness on the lower chakras to feel rooted, to feel belonging. So what I sense for whoever's watching this live or even on the replay, if you're here, it's no coincidence. You're meant to be here. I'm going to channel a message right now that you need to hear. Conviction is who you've always been. Courageous is who you've always been. Except people across your life projected their own fucking beliefs onto you that made you feel wobbly, that made you feel like you weren't enough, that made you feel like something was wrong with you. And so you have a knife behind your heart. I see more people have joined. I'm giving an energy reading. There is a knife behind your heart because you constantly betray yourself to fit in with the masses, to feel rooted. Like I just mentioned, you have a knife in your heart. Your lower chakras are wobbly. I feel wobbliness. And if your root is not rooted, you will not feel like you belong. And so if you don't feel like you belong within yourself, you will always seek it outside of you. You will always choose belonging with the masses, even though you don't even want to fucking belong with these people because you know you're powerful as fuck. That's the craziest shit. So what I recommend for you is do an audit on your life. Not a cute little journal audit, a serious, powerful audit on your life. Where in your life are you not choosing yourself because you are sourcing your conviction and confidence and courage to something outside of you? This could be a relationship. There's many people in the collective that are in relationships that don't fucking light their soul on fire. It's like 90%. You may be in a location. You may be shifting things in your business. So really connect. And right now, we're going to pause. Place your hand on your heart and get fucking honest with yourself. This is not a cute session. This is not a motivational hack. This is being honest with yourself and your energy. And for many of you, you pretend like it's intuition when it's really not. You're like, yeah, no, I have fear, but intuition, I'm meant to stay in people, place, things. No. Just because your intuition speaks to you doesn't mean that you won't experience fear. Fear will be there. When you follow alignment, majority of the time, it will be hard. It won't be easy. So place your hand on your heart and get brutally honest with yourself on where you are connecting your conviction to something outside of you. And the craziest part is, for 99% of you, you are attaching your conviction to something outside of you, to a person, to a place, to a business, and that's why it's wobbly. That's why you don't feel grounded. That's why you keep searching for things outside of you to gain evidence, because you have not yet built the evidence inside of yourself. All of my work is focused on inner work to help you build the conviction within yourself. From there, you attract everything. You become a magnet to your desires. Your desires are in your heart for a reason. It's your destiny. Feel free to put anything in the chat. Let's see what else wants to come through. I'm going to use this essential oil. Until you have built the self-worth inside yourself that's unshakable. This is everything that I do inside of my work, whether it's my signature program or my membership, which I just launched my membership. I'm so fucking excited. Like it's so powerful, and it's literally a steal. It's very low ticket, and I intentionally did this because I'm here to serve the masses, you know? Like I am really here to give you this energy transmission. And so I'm really, really excited. But anyways, what I was saying is really ask yourself and get honest on where you are tying your conviction to something outside of you. Where are you looking for evidence outside of you? You are like everything you desire. And when you understand this, like actually not a mental concept and embodiment, it's you. It's you versus you. It's you versus you. You master you master your energy, you master life. You know, this whole entire episode, I've been talking about conviction and courage. People think that courage, you know, you just like chant affirmations or, you know, some people have it, some people don't. No, everyone has it. Everyone has it. You know, across this episode, I've been talking about walking away from a 6-year partner, walking away from another soulmate, walking away from another soulmate, 3 people I deeply loved. Everyone around me was getting engaged. Everyone around me was settling down. I felt like a fucking failure. But you know what? I would rather feel shame. I would rather feel like shit than choose a life that is not fucking meant for me. You know, I never thought that I'd be living in Bali. That was actually never really what I wanted. I mean, I guess my soul wanted it. And so many people, if you see on my Instagram, I have like a whole post about like how I chose my heart, and the way I live my life would put many, many people in cardiac arrest. So funny. But the courage I have, the conviction I have, you can have it as well. And many people, like when they work with me one-on-one or join my program, they think that they're paying for the offers, but they're actually paying themselves. They're investing in themselves. Because around my energy, around my presence, it unlocks a higher version of them. So, like, really ask yourself, where are you settling in your life? Out of fear. Where are you attaching your self-worth to something outside of you? I have mastered my fucking energy to a T. No matter what happens in the external world, I literally feel everything is working out perfectly. Like, and guys, this is not like a mental concept. It's in your body. I've been doing deep nervous system work. Deep. Matter of fact, I continue doing it. I do shit when my life's great. Too many people wait until their life falls apart, wait until there's chaos for them to invest in themselves, for them to choose themselves and stuff. And so like, wherever you've been joining this episode from, I highly, highly recommend that you listen to it like daily or weekly. Because in order to get the conviction and courage that you desire, it's going to cost you comfort. It's going to cost you relationships. It is going to cost you approval. When I quit my job that I made 7 figures in, so many people thought I was fucking crazy. Like people literally reached out to me and was like, are you okay? And at first I was like, what are they talking about? Like, of course I'm okay. And it's because 99% of people do not follow their hearts. 99% of people wait and chase external validation because they don't have validation in who they are. And that's, you guys really need to understand this. That is fucking insane. Like for one moment, let's pause. Let's place our hand on our hearts. Really like let that sink in. You are choosing external validation over your own validation. Like you are waiting for someone, something, someplace to make you feel whole because you don't feel whole within yourself? What the fuck? That makes no sense at all. And that's why majority of people don't feel convicted. You're not lacking anything. You just need to build more capacity inside your nervous system to be able to handle the shame, to handle disappointing people, to live with uncertainty, to feel emotions you've been avoiding. And as a result of the lack of capacity that you have, you stay in the relationship, you stay in the business, even though you want to shift things or expand things. And this is really key. For 99% of people, You stay in identities that have expired years ago. And so a lot of people talk about like identity work. I don't really talk about it that much, but I probably should do an episode. You cannot be the identity and version of yourself without having nervous system capacity. Because the version of you that you aspire to be is not this version today. There's nothing wrong with the version of you today, but you just know you're more powerful. You are meant for greatness. You know what I mean? Everyone in my field that I attract is powerful as fuck, successful, ambitious. They're literally like, we're all the same people. And so I don't talk much about identity work because I don't see it the way majority of people in the industry talk about it. Identity is not a mindset thing. Like, you and I can sit here right now and both say, yeah, you're powerful, like, but you already fucking know that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need me to sit here and tell you, like, shift your thoughts. Like, it's like, that's really basic, you know? What is happening is in your nervous system, you don't feel safe being the version of you know you're meant to be. The reason you don't feel safe is because your entire life, people told you were too much. Your entire life, people were triggered the fuck out of your power. And so as a result, you chose belonging and fitting in with the masses over your own power. Out of fear, you're not going to be loved. Out of fear, you're not going to be accepted. But when you source this within yourself, feeling loved, feeling belonging, feeling accepted, it doesn't matter about anything outside of you. But at the same time, it's funny and ironic because when you feel safe, accepted inside of yourself, you attract everything. You know? I'm going to just see what else wants to be shared on this episode. Yeah. The conviction that you desire, it's not going to come from outside of you. And if you desire to live an abundant, lit up life, you need to source that within yourself. I am no different than you. Every single day I speak on a certain topic to help you become unshakable. And this is an energy transmission. If you listen to this often, if you close your eyes and allow the energy to seep into your body, things will shift. And if you are listening to this on the Instagram Live or on my replay, my podcast, my YouTube, and this speaks to you, something shifts in your cells. You feel something deeper in your body that your mind doesn't even know what's happening. That's an invitation that my work is for you. There's different ways you can join my world. If you're new here and just want to kind of dip your toes in, I have a 3-day abundance reset that will shift and rewire your nervous system. The next thing is I have a membership that you can join. Powerful community, ways to master your energy, master yourself. And then the next step is my signature program, Unshakable You. That's going to guide you on a 6-week journey to become unshakable and get everything you desire. When you realize you are what you've been looking for, when you realize you don't need anything outside of you to feel a certain way, when you realize you can hack the game of life and feel anything you desire inside of yourself right now, right here in this moment, you become unstoppable. You become fucking unshakable. You don't need anything outside of you. But in order to get to that place, you need to have capacity inside your nervous system. For 99% of people, they lack capacity, and their main experience day to day is fear, shame, guilt. Fear, shame, guilt. When you're operating in fear, shame, and guilt, that continues to be your experience. You continue to operate in that energy. You make decisions outside of alignment because you don't have enough capacity to be able to follow your heart, to follow alignment. So before we end here today, I really want you to place your hand on your heart again. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And really ask yourself where you are outsourcing your conviction. Who are you outsourcing your conviction to? And do an audit on your life. What needs to go and what needs to stay? And really get honest with yourself. The first part of this is getting honest with yourself. And if you've listened to this whole episode from the beginning, you'll notice and realize there's nothing wrong with you. Nothing needs to be fixed. You just need to start sourcing your power from within. You're never going to be able to do so until you have built nervous system capacity. And I say this from lived experience. Let's see what else wants to come through before we close out here. I think that is all. I will leave it. I'm intentionally not summarizing this because I know your soul, your heart will receive the codes that you know you are meant to. If my work can be of service for you, reach out and would love to chat with you. Thank you so much for being here. And please share, message me, comment on what comes through when you listen to this. I love hearing from every single one of you. And thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you guys.